Happy days. It is, in fact, time for some FACEIT League playoffs. We are in the postseason. An explosive 5 days of action kicked off yesterday with upper bracket round 1. We had 2 map 5 bangers. We had another one go to map 4. I mean, it was a hell of a way to open up. You don't usually see that right out of the gate here in EMEA. We've come out swinging. I mean, they were all fantastic matches, and we've got more bangers, I mean, going on all day long. I could not decide, y'all. I could not decide which match to get on stream. I wish I could get all 4 of them on stream. There are so many good matches going on here today. There are a lot of stakes here in this season 7 playoffs. You're going to have teams avoiding not just their getting eliminated from playoffs, but avoiding having to play in the qualifiers to earn their spot back in season 8. Whoever wins in lower bracket today guaranteed a spot in Master Division for season 8. Upper bracket, whoever wins their upper bracket matches today guaranteed a spot in OWCS quals for phase 2. Huge stakes on the line all the way down the board. Every match is going to be a banger. I couldn't decide. I settled on Ereus versus Team Gambit. You've got your number 2 seed, and who's been the team that's been my favorite as far as I had at the top of the power rankings. In the lower bracket, round 1, right here out of the gate, they got upset yesterday by SR Peak Check. Ereus will be taking on Team Gambit, and I mean, this is a there's a lot of hands on this Team Gambit squad. PoroPlays interview just went out on ODB TV. Go check that out. PoroPlays in the squad here, looking to see if they can keep Team Gambit alive in this very, very competitive postseason. Let's not waste any more time. Let's take a look at your bracket coming in. Like I said, a lot of great matches yesterday and a lot of great matches today. I mean, you've got Jaeger and Starbits. That one is bound to be a banger. Okay, so Jaeger was the team that was known as Quasar previously in the regular season. It's the Santee Turbo squad, right? Turbo Smooth, I think pretty much goes uncontested as best vendetta in EMEA Master Division. SR Peak Check taking on Mu3 in a rematch of your grand finals from season 6. Bound to be another banger. Winner of both of these upper bracket semifinals, like I was saying, making it to upper bracket finals means you're in top 3, and that guarantees you a spot in phase 2 of OWCS quals. Just by winning their opening match, these 4 teams are guaranteed a slot in Master Division for Season 8. They will not have to play in the LCQ to try to fight for their slot in Master Division. Guaranteed for these top 4 teams. Now, back into where our focus is for today. We've got your lower bracket round 1 going on. Dreamlight taking on Yes Yes. I mean, the fact that Yes Yes made playoffs in like their debut season here in Master Division is insane. This Yes Yes squad is awesome. The fact that they even made it to playoffs is a fantastic season for them. Dreamlight should be the favorites here. Central Op and the squad are looking very dangerous. Dreamlight in lower bracket is just, I mean, that is a scary feat. That's almost as scary as our match where we're going to get on stream here today. Ereus in lower bracket is terrifying. But if anybody's up to the challenge, it's Team Gambit. Right? I think this match could absolutely go the distance. I love the rosters of both of these squads. You're going to have PoroPlays taking on Lars here today, as we are at top of the hour. Make sure we don't miss any information here. Ereus does get first map pick here. There was a glitch apparently in some matches where lower seed got first ban or first pick or something like that. So that was a glitch. Ereus should be getting first map pick and first hero ban here. If that doesn't work out, we might have to call an admin. So apparently there has been some anomaly glitch going around. We're ready for it today, right? So but now we know Ereus did get your first pick, went to Nepal, and we banned out Freya. So all higher seed did get the appropriate ban here. All that is good. All right, quick look at our head-to-head. These 2 teams just faced each other, and it went all 5. This is one of the reasons I wanted to get this one back on, because this match just happened. When was this? Just barely a week ago. 8 days ago. Fresh in the minds of both of these teams, and it went all 5. Here for high stakes lower bracket match. Winner will guarantee a spot in Season 6 Master Division. Season 6. In Season 8 Master Division, top 6 is what I was thinking. Guaranteed that spot. But winner here today will guarantee a spot. We're kicking things off on Nepal. We'll start on Village. Let's get into map 1. I do owe you a ban. It was a Freya ban out of Ereus. as they are rolling out with Hitori in. Lars not in for map 1. That's actually a Zarya ban, so there you go. That would explain why we have Hitori in. Playing the Hazard right out of the gate. So let me get that Zarya ban in. Y'all enjoy some Hitori Pav here just for a moment. Some quick kills I'm seeing, and man, this is gonna be a lightning fast first fight. Ereus, come out of the gate swinging. What an explosive first fight for them. Lebda, good call, Alpha. Lebda, that's the other one I was thinking of. Tip down the left-hand side. Oh, actually a great play for both teams. Jaynine and China butt heads and both end up back in the spawn. High ground attempt to try to hit Szatan, and icav leaps up to confirm the kill, but Hitori, okay, able to escape out. There's actually really smart positioning on that corner. They were in full view of both supports, able to get topped up despite the incoming burst damage out of Poro. And it'll be another great fight win here from Ereus. Okay, so do we not get the on-run update yet? They not drop it at the normal time? They typically drop it. Maybe they didn't drop it at default time. I don't know, but I did not see anything. I was expecting like have on-run on the screen, you know? I was expecting this is the default time to get updates. So, hey, you know what? I'd rather everybody be prepared for there to be an update and it not happen than it catch everybody completely off guard. Then be like, whoa, we weren't anticipating that, you know? That kind of thing. Sound barrier. Woo! Hitori was literal one. I guess, I mean, not bad from Gambit to get that beat out. You're going to end up returning with your own beat. And Akku's got a kill. So this does swing. You force Ereus to use precious resources in a sub-ideal situation. Szatan comes up with a huge pick. Remake on point. Oh, you give up a free cap, though, to a 1 health China. You do get that pick on a China, and you'll quickly get this flip, it seems. Here's Pingu's going to continue to stall out some more. And icav will take this over 75%. So just that one little error ends up being, you know, a solid 15% for Ereus, where that should have been Team Gambit, you know, at 50. It should be 50 to 60 right now, you know? Not 40 to 80. Because that one little error. But you do have OC here to help protect it. Jaynine will get Sundering Blade. It's going to be available. Respect calls it Sword. Magic Unicorn. Appreciate the follow. Always good to get a follow by a Magic Unicorn. China just, all right, we're going to Sunder out of the corner. I mean, it's one way to fight for some space. You got a Whirlwind out. Cannot escape. Pack gets the kill just as teksol comes in with the Swift Step Suzu. Now does not have that as they move up to try to bail out Hitori. And Gambit have really been in control. Other than that small flub of giving over the point, but they've been in control of the team fights for the past 2 engagements. So Hitori will force pressure onto the objective. You've got 3 ultimates, including this Kitsu is extremely important. Well, although it does run right into the jagged wall. Still, Hitori's brought down as Jaynine drops into Sundering, cuts through 2 more, 3 more. That's the ace for Jaynine. Team Gambit will take round 1. PoroPlays back into the diva as we head into Shrine. Jaynine with that fantastic final fight. And Gambit is just kind of winning this out of some aura. Oh, as I say that, icav finds an important opening pick on his top. Jaynine real spawn. icav swings all the way from Elephant, leaps all the way across through the point to the high ground. Just like jumps in front of everybody. He drew quite a bit of aggro and ends up fighting a DMAC onto PoroPlays, but will it pay off? icav still alive and killing. This has been a scramble of a first fight. What an interesting opening fight. Not particularly clean from either side, but icav is able to dominate, stays alive through the whole thing. We will get an Ereus opening cap. Tori, what were you doing in there? Oh, the quick 180 to get around the block, and Hitori easily wins the duel over Jaynine, but, well, bit off more than they can chew, leaping into that 1v3. Ends up surrounded, actually, by the time everybody shows up. This leads Ereus without a tank to try to fend off this incoming assault, but you know what? The OC and all the damage out of China just goes right into PoroPlays. Kitsu in response. There's only 3 people alive here. Hitori is able to pick up one. Szatan just has to slide out of the Kitsune rush. And Gambit fall flat in that attempt. 67% and counting on the board. Don't make it weird. Oh, fine. You know what? Meme about it if you want to. I don't care. It was unintentional on my part. One fight to invest 2 support ults for nothing could cost us in the whole thing. Yeah, absolutely. Hitori with the downpour in. We're going to get both Sound Barrier and OC out in response. Beautiful shot. Stop trucks the corner. Now try to follow up, but cannot connect on that fade away. The Sound Barrier play from Pingu, and China's in the air with the Sundering. The 99%. They're just going to try to close this out here and now. The pressure on to the Diva. They will find the DMAC on the PoroPlays. The Gong of Death and a perfect 100-0 here on Shrine for Ereus. They're sitting in the succinct and determine map 1. After 2 rounds of play, how are we looking? How are we looking? icav at 7,500, 18 and 6. Hitori 18 and 3 on the hazard. Also 7,500 damage. Those 2 leading the lobby in both regards. After that spectacular round, you know, that traction. I mean, you gotta imagine stats were pretty close going into that one. Oh, we got Ackerman with a dad joke and a stare. Double down. All right, Ackerman, if I don't get you after this map, remind me after map 2. Sometimes I'm trying to wear so many hats, I forget which hat I've currently got on at the moment, you know, and, you know, dad joke teller. You know, currently that hat is, like, in waiting. Don't let me forget that hat. It's a dad hat, of course. It says joke on it. Bridge control and map control. Oh, whoa. A little romantic dinner for 2 here in the corner between Poro and Hitori. Hitori leaps away. His reinforcements show up. Team Gambit end up losing their own tank. I mean, PoroPlays, I think, just stuck around out here longer than they could. Longer than they should. Now it's Hitori who oversteps. Trying to find a kill on Szatan on that left-hand side is a good collapse there out of Team Gambit. We'll find the kill on China as well. So yeah, flip it the first time Gambit have had control since the opening round. So Hitori, little sneaky sneak along the right-hand side. You've got China with her. Okay, Akku smelled something fishy, backed away. He's like, this ain't right. Leap across. Making good use of that extra leap distance with the perk. Tutorial claim, too. Little bunny hop, get shot through. We are waiting with a downpour on top of the bookshelf. Okay. We'll drop out of that. Pact getting in an aggressively positioned swings to try to build up the rest of this ultimate. As they return, and there is a jagged wall in the way. Now the downpour comes through. PoroPlays does receive the tidal blast to help survive through it, but Akku themselves cannot survive. It's gonna be a downpour out of pour to try to swing this. As Sztan's been able to find icav through this mess. Good shot through the choke. Find an equalizer. Ereus did flip the point. Sztan's gonna pop the OC. Hits China, clean around the corner, but Hitori jumps in for the trade. It's the sound barrier to bolster Ereus in this fight. Pack now with a Kitsu over the point. I kept trying to play it to it. Let's go back and check in this overclock. Teksol finds Poro. Hitori trades it out. Ereus pushing forward to the choke. Jaynine, oh no. Jaynine died here is disastrous for Gambit. They're gonna lose the time too. With the DPS down, there's just not a whole lot of teeth left here for Team G4. And Ereus will claim map 1. This is the ace. There you go. And despite that fantastic first round for Gambit, I mean, proving that they can hang here with Ereus, proving they can hang with, you know, one of the best teams in the division. And it slowly slipped between their fingers as the map goes on and on. So Gambit will get picked here. They're going to choose Dorado and stay on the defense. Give me a venture band out, okay? It's specifically targeting JesperSwag. If you're not familiar with Ereus, JesperSwag is a very, very good venture specialist. A reasonable ban here, and perhaps, you know, a bit of a vendetta protect, as we saw just how lethal Jaynine can be with the Detta. What stands out, friends? icav at 31 and 8 for icav. Yeah, icav and Hitori had a hell of a map. icav definitely a player to keep an eye on as far as just up-and-coming DPS here out of EMEA for 2026. icav is a name that could absolutely become household over the course of this year. You know, as with all things, it might take a little, you know, just the right timing, the right team, the right, you know, the right environment. But icav has got some serious chops. All right, I owe Ackerman a dad joke. You got a partial dad joke earlier. It's gonna be a diva band here from Ereus. Let's get into map 2. All right, let's get you. I don't know. I owe you Preds. Y'all enjoy some PoroPlays, Puff. Rocking the London Spitfire Winton. Let's get some Wintons in chat. Let's see, no side swap. Let's see, Preds. Ereus wins map 1. Give you Preds for map 2. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. We got all the hats. We juggled all the hats successfully, at least semi-successfully. I know, it's a lot of hats. It's a lot of juggling. We are going to get the... Hitori has, once again. So, Lars staying in is... So far, Gambit have at least done a good job of kind of crafting the battlefield in that regard, but still, Hitori's Hazard still a formidable force. Jaynine the first to fall on Dorado. Pack having to use the nade defensively to keep PoroPlays alive. It was still in a bad spot. What a sleep, though. God, that was nasty. Never mind. Okay, I see why Pack felt so confident to hold. Oh, but the hubris is eventually punished by Hitori, and the Ana is down. Still, you have additional healing as the wave is this time used to keep PoroPlays jumping in this fight. Woo! And Saudi's only Winston player who leaps away, still holding on to that precious first life, waiting for reinforcements and a chance to re-engage. There it is. We're jumping back in, bubble on the back of the point, try to avoid some take aim bolts. Get some icav pop here. We're close to an ultimate. Poro's low, and icav will bring down the Winton. Sad day. Sad day for Winton enjoyers. Oh, we're going to go ahead and just vest the bolo shot and try to close this out. I will say, I mean, Akku's been able to pick up one. And Ereus are kind of running out of reinforcements here. Yeah, Jaynine melts through icav, and the defense holds at 0.48 meters. Tidal Blast thrown on to icav of all people. They don't really have the cooldowns to really do anything with this. icav may have gotten it in the way of Hitori, actually, or something. Or maybe it was just Pingu was dying. It was like, I'm throwing this on somebody. Not exactly sure. This is a messy, messy fight. Let's see. Let me give me a bird's eye. What are we at here? 2v2? Yep, it was a 2v2 till Jaynine just got melted. It's China and teksol still here. Poro's going to go ahead and primal. Oh, and Akku just, I mean, connects on the China from downrange? What on earth? That was a magical pick. That's some S-tier water bending, my friend. China falls to an aid from Pack. Kitsu is in play from teksol, and then I will find a decent pop here in a moment. Oh, great wall and a good headshot secures the kill on the PoroPlays. Tori will violently leap in, is able to avoid the sleep dart and close out point A finally. I will say, I mean, it took 3.5 minutes. Good defense out of Gambit. Yeah, the rotation there is why we do not see PoroPlays getting any more aggressive than we are. They have no Ana within LOS. Now they're in position. You see the nade land. The cleanse is there, but teksol still falls. Tori tried to seal it off with the jagged wall, but just a touch late to block the nade. Still, Ereus are going to be able to get this cart at least to the front corner. Jaynine tried to sweep back in. Swapping off of the Echo, moves over to a Tracer here for point B. Bolo shot tossed on to Pack. Downpour does catch Szatan out of there, but PoroPlays is nanoed still. PoroPlays has to back away. icav catches Szatan while they were rooted down Main Street, and China is able to pile on a kill of their own, make it 2. So Ereus get a great team fight on the back of an unexpectedly effective downpour out of Hitori. It really just caught the one, but that was enough to snowball that in. Early damage on to Pack as well. We saw the icav bolo shot, who's almost got another one, by the way. But we saw the icav bolo shot get enormous damage on to Pack, even though it didn't confirm the kill. So it really put the defensive Gambit on the back foot. And this Tidal Blast looking to do the same, but Akku seems to have fended this one off. PoroPlays still low. The pulse will not confirm it. teksol caught without cooldowns. A good ANT will help in finishing off icav. And the defense once again kind of holds at the final moment. 70 seconds to go. Nano versus Kitsu. And of course, the X factor of the bola shot. Watch for Hitori to get a late fight downpour if this goes on too long. 45 seconds. If we do get a late fight like that, this is going to be the last opportunity for Ereus to get a cap here. So we heard the icav bola shot come in. Unclear where it went, but a trade of kills. And Pack is down. No Nano into this fight. It's an important opening pick there for Ereus. Now with a Kitsu to try to make this work. Gambit looking to hold on. The PoroPlays is forced to go anchor the cart. It is preciously close to that checkpoint. There's that late downpour I was talking about. Missed Bo's supports. Great dodge there out of the back line of Team Gambit. You're able to get a nano boost onto PoroPlays as they left into the vault to claim teksol and Hitori. Apologies, the camera wasn't quite on point there, but the defense certainly was. Pack returned with a vengeance after dying early in that fight. And that will be a hold out of Gambit here on Dorado. Oh shit, I didn't change the... This is not upper bracket round 1. This is also not NA Master. It was funny as I went through and did all these, like I reorganized the way all this was behind the scenes, and I completely neglected to type in the word lower. Like I completely reorganized like my folders and cleaned up all of this scene and all the stuff behind the scenes here to try to help it look better. And then I botched it. Pack gonna go over to the Kiriko. Well, showing us Kiri right out of the gate for this attack at the very least. Yeah, that won't stand. I've got to move that over. That'll do. China does go back. Just me, Jaynine. Let's go back into the Tracer as well. I kept playing in a Cassidy here for. This is an interesting pick. It is definitely icav's best pick. Knows the range you can see of playing. I mean, just that perfect range, waiting for Akku to step around that corner. Will settle for a beautiful shot on a Pack, forcing the Kiri back. Rolls away, breaks through the bubble of Poro, and is really just denying a lot of space so far. I'm loving the cast pick here in this opening 30 seconds of this defense. And you notice not shooting like down range, really playing within that medium range that Cassidy likes to play in, which is what I was worried about here. Man, what a lesson on how to make cast work on Dorado defense. At least, you know, for the first minute. We'll see how it goes from here. Szatan on this Freya swap. And this is more the hero I would expect to see that we normally see from your hit scan in Dorado if it's not banned out. Oh, that was a bit of an overstep though from Hitori. And the fight really gets messy here right around the top of this high ground. This is going to favor the defense. It means, yeah, your supports have to put themselves in a very dangerous spot to get into the fight. I will say, Poro's low. It's just Jaynine and Poro left here. Ereus did a great job of making that scrappy, but still cart progress from Team Gambit, and that is important progress. It means they can now fight in Courtyard. DPS ult's available for the defense. Jaynine's already down. Whoop. That was a giant monkey leaping into your face. Hitori just like ran into a wall trying to jump up into the window. Poro will go and pop this primal. Is already low. Oh, that's a good juggle into the corner. Here comes the Brig. Oh no, Brig, you might have just put yourself into a bad spot. Pingu gets just battered down. teksol chased all the way to the streets as is Hitori. And Poro comes up with a huge 3-piece to push Gambit closer and closer to a tie series here in the lower bracket. Everything on the line with this series. No more safety net. And if you lose this, not only is your tournament in, but you got to play in qualifiers to earn your spot back for Master Division. Nobody wants that. And 1-1 scoreline, very, very different from a 2-0 match point from Ereus, as Ereus comes racing to claim this high ground. Nice flashbang double tap. icav showing some old school chops there on the Cassidy. Tidal Blast goes on the PoroPlays. Leaping in, the Suzu prevents the stun. We also heard that Kitsu thrown in from this defense as well. Going and getting my tea after this map, y'all, I'm telling you. Enormous. Hitori dropped down low, so Todd reads the opening and immediately finds icav. And you see everybody tried to throw in cooldowns to prevent the death there. Hitori does get a mean downpour in. Szatan is felled. An Ereus are just standing confidently in the choke. A random Winton falls from the sky. Jaynine swaps to an Echo. And it's a lot of pressure thrown towards Hitori's direction, but this defense holds as they just clog the choke with these close to mid-range characters. You don't often see, I mean, Brig, Kiri. I mean, look at this comp. This comp does not want to play high ground as much. They're going to stage up on high ground. But then that drop down is when they really get nasty. I mean, now you've got a rally to play with here. You're going to have this Deadeye to control space with. I can see Ereus really cycling through this last 2 minutes. Pack is to be able to get in a position for the high ground. They managed to get it to the high ground on the back of a dash in from PoroPlays, but here comes icav's ultimate. And this couldn't negate the whole thing. Kitsu also in play as well as a primal. Rally from Ereus to try to finish this off. Pingu gets battered, really just back into the rest of the team. So PoroPlays makes a smart decision to jump onto icav instead. They will confirm that kill. Hey, Jill, welcome, friend. Welcome, welcome. Good to see ya. A tense final moment. Here's PoroPlays. Leaps onto teksol. Has a 1 Pingu. Pingu able to back away. Will not survive. Jimmy Hawk, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Huge. I appreciate the support. And with the power of Prime Gaming, Team Gambit might just push this thing in. China coming in to try to stall this point. Does have Pulse in the pocket. Not able to really do much so far. Bolo's shot does at least pull some people in, but a good spiked wall out of Hitori prevents any follow-up on this one. Pingu actually confirms a kill on the pack through that exchange. The downpour. Oh, no. This is not going to be enough. China, Hitori fall. Pingu just getting melted, and Team Gambit tie us up. Vamapy, thank you for the follow. Ereus map pick, Kings Row. What are we banning? What do you ban here? What do you ban here? You ban the Detta? You do. Absolutely. Jaynine has been vicious with it. They will stay on the right-hand side, so Ereus will choose to attack first here, where Gambit chose to defend first, which ended up being a smart play, right? They're able to stop card on point B. They knew their win con. They knew how to use their ultimates. I talked about, Ereus had come up with some 3 very important ultimates towards the end of that. 2 minutes left to go towards the end of that map, right? And I talked about it could have been dangerous for them to be able to cycle their ults in, but it ends up being a great trade on ults and a huge primal that you force out double support ults from Ereus with that primal Kitsu combo, and you're able to secure a kill onto icav. So you kind of minimize the impact of the 2 ults. You don't get any kills. You deny any kills from Ereus' defense through the double support ults, and you're still able to confirm a kill onto one of the most outstanding hit scans in the division. As we take a look at stats there from map 2, and where's my music? Oh yeah, I straight paused the music for the dad joke. That's right. I just straight paused it for dramatic effect. There you go. Poro 14k. Just about 400 damage there over Hitori on the other side. 21-7 versus 27-4. Very close, but PoroPlays definitely with the edge there. Another important thing to note here, by the way, is remember that Ereus really dominated on both escort maps previously. Ereus had a full hold on Dorado when these two teams met just 8 days ago, and a full hold on Shambali as well. So there's already a break in history here with Team Gambit, I mean, choosing Dorado and putting up such a great performance there on that map. With Kings picked and Vendetta banned here by Ereus to try to take the lead, Gambit will respond with a Ramatra ban. Let's get into map 3. Oh, knotted up. Oh, Joel, I've done that so many times, like to the point where I called Dreamland Dreamlight while I was casting them, and then I started making fun of myself. You know, I was going, you know, Dreamland, the NA team, Dreamland. I've done it. Don't you worry, Joel. That's funny. I was about to say, Dex and Hunter don't usually cover EMEA. I think I don't think it works for their schedule. Plus, they already cover South America and NA. I mean, like, speaking from experience, covering more than 2 regions starts, you start to spread yourself too thin. Someone tell Hannah, I mean, come on, doesn't Hannah Sophie just run Overwatch? It's just Hannah Overwatch, right? And that, I think she's changed her name at this point. JesperSwag also in with the Venture, which we saw Team Gambit ban out there in map 2. Dreamland versus Dreamlight would be pretty bad. I mean, I cast Nugents versus Nugents. So, I mean, but I knew from the get-go that one could have been bad. And in the start of the season, I was calling Nugents with a Z and GZ. But yes, I did cast the Nugents versus Nugents match, technically. That one was fun. Like, nope, I'm not calling you both Nugents. We're just not doing that. Woo! Lars, okay. Does make it in. That was kind of by the hairs, chin, but they get some high ground, now a little bit to work with. Let's see, is JesperSwag able to make it in too? All right, JesperSwag pressuring low. Lars drops. That's a very deep PoroPlays. That eats a point blank dead eye out of icav. Out of a rooted icav, mind you. I can't believe what I just witnessed. That was a play of all time. Oh my. I totally see the vision from both. I mean, let's be real. PoroPlays was really overextended. Ginger, don't. Hey. Don't defend that nonsense. Tidal Blast throw it on to PoroPlays to try and find some redemption here. On the back of the Kitsu, they've been able to pull up a kill. And the defense stabilizing, though they did give up 2 ticks. Kitsu, as well as the infamous Deadeye, is in that approach there out of Ereus. They're going to throw in a sound barrier to start this one off. Try to get Lars up towards the rest of this grab. Lars will just say thank you very much for the charge off of the pulse bomb. Trying to find safety here in the corner by the phone booth, but they're still just taking damage. Finally realized, wait, Jaynine shooting me in the back. All right, they're able to fend off a couple of players. And icav secures a couple of picks. Systematic approach there from Lars. And I love how Lars doesn't get greedy chasing kills. Like, once the space is controlled, they move on to the next person threatening the space. Really cool kind of watching the target priority out of Lars through the back of that fight. I know the other two. So Dreamlight versus GGSS does not appear to have a broadcast, but the other 2 matches are getting broadcast. SRPC versus Mew3, as well as the Jaeger match, Jaeger versus Starbits, should both be getting broadcast. Oh, like I said, every match today is going to be a banger. I couldn't decide which one to get on myself. icav throws in another PoroPlay, killing Deadeye. JesperSwag lurking in wait. Jumps down with a bubble. Try to engage on to Pack, see if they can get Pack out of this fight, perhaps tracking a Kitsu. We also saw the Kitsune rush from teksol simultaneously thrown in as that was happening. A beautifully calculated play. Target the Kiriko while simultaneously investing your own Curio. Now Lars has grabbed to close this out. Pack is out of the fight. And, I mean, honestly, I don't even know if Ereus is going to need this extra tool. Okay, with the Tidal Blast invested, Lars will go ahead and choose to grab the 2 remaining players and confirm the cap. Power, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, y'all be sure and go support the other co-streamers. I appreciate all the support and everybody being here, but there's some wonderful streams going on, and I believe it's Spectrion is covering Starbits versus Jaeger. Sorry, they keep changing names, and I keep having to like dig through my brain which name they're using. Lars just melts through Akku up on that high ground. I'm not sure what Akku was. Like, I think we got greedy trying to go for a boop onto Lars, and Lars just wasn't having any of it. It means that Kitsu has to kind of be invested haphazardly here, and Gambit is starting to let this map slip through their fingers. The defense had been fairly solid. But Akku ends up horribly positioned up top. Pack is going to swap over to an Ana after a valueless Kitsune rush. PoroPlays goes down trying to get this root into the fight. You do manage to catch Pingu with that? But Lars and icav still will close this out with a pair of kills each. I'm honestly not even sure if Pingu's sound barrier made it out, but it does not matter in the end. Wait, did I get y'all Gambas and everything? No, I forgot to give you Gambas. I was afraid of that. All right, Gambit got map 2. Here, I'll give you very quick Gambas. Very quick Gambas for Kings. You only get 2 minutes. I'm sorry. By the time you hear this, Gambas are done. But I can't, it wouldn't be fair to give you any more. I'm sorry, I forgot Gambas at the top of the map. I'm so sorry. Mouse, what are you doing, Mouse? Why my mouse died? That was gonna be such a cool move. My mouse died. Whee! Oh, oh. Where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, oh, Pingu. Oh, oh, Pingu. Yes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Okay, let's get serious again. We have a Sigma, just 5-stack high ground defense here. JesperSwag immediately bailing on the flank and is going to go protect Hotel as they see PoroPlays making a move down that direction. We got the drop down out of teksol to help protect it and might have put you in a bad spot. PoroPlays leaps in, thinks they've got something. Will chase icav up to the window. Still just on the scent of teksol like a bloodhound. But teksol will win out that duel. Oh my, teksol's got bigger hands than this small little Curie might initially appear. JesperSwag, oh, goes in deep, gets Jaynine at 1 health, but Szatan is there to back it up, find the revenge pick. Still, the defense seems to be holding for now. Sztan's still entrenched on this high ground. icav with some mean shots you saw kind of fly from the top of the screen there. I felt those from across that camera. Like, oh, oh, those were nasty. Those were nasty. Lars rocks the ground. Rocking the ground. You're rocking the ground. All right, sorry. Oh, that was a far more successful rock. Got PoroPlays out of block. You'll force them back. Oh, it's just spinning in circles. JesperSwag emerges from the other side of you. icav's layering in damage from up top. Oh, excuse me, from Hotel. Ereus will move back to their high ground positions. Teksol playing low in Hotel right now with JesperSwag in far window. PoroPlays, once again, kind of scouting through this direction. Move in. This one better read by the defense. JesperSwag immediately comes in with the drill dash. What do you think of the upcoming Hello Kitty collab? I don't think it's... I'm really a target audience for that one. But I know people will love it. I know people will love it. I'm more of like the Avatar Transformers collabs. That's more my speed. But I think they're great skins, I will say. On the back of his Kitsu. I mean, that is just the one of many ultimates here available. That was actually a very stacked fight. Honestly, really good job from Gambit, because if that just draws out into a massive ult fight, things are going to look a little bit different. Instead, we're going to get, I think, probably get an 8 ult fight to try to get through this choke. But a really, really nice play on the back of that Kitsu. And now Jaynine has Blizzard, which Jaynine did not have going into that fight. Was kind of the one lingering behind in ultimates there from Team Gambit. PoroPlays working around the flank while Szatan was drawing some of the aggro. PoroPlays eats a big rock. Here comes that OC out of Szatan, still playing through Main Street. Teksol responds. It's going to be a tectonic shock inside of a Kitsune rush and try to finish this off. You got to play around this Blizzard. Everybody, well, no, JesperSwag is frozen. Team Gambit confirmed that pick, but the rest of the area's defense is still here. 4 strong. They surge forward to grab the kill on a Jaynine. PoroPlays fell in that exchange as well, and it was, in fact, a 7 ult fight there. Pack already coming up on another Kitsu, though. Has built out with the second one up really, really fast. May actually be third, but... this next one, should I say. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and just drop this in. I'm not sure the areas we're expecting this. You can see just how far forward Lars is playing, but you had the Tidal Blast as kind of an emergency pull button in case of emergency break glass or, you know, Tidal Blast. You know, that kind of thing. 3 bunched up in the corner. That's a lot of AoE damage there for Lars. Jaynine... oh. Jaynine and JesperSwag trade. Moving back to main. Bob thrown in from the defense. Forrest just going to disengage through bookstore. The Bob will force a full disengage, though, so Ereus able to buy time, get their reinforcement back in, kind of plant their feet a little bit. So also gives time for the offensive game at the stage. Buck 30. A little less than remaining. Jaynine gotten the recall forced already here. Teksol low. Both of them and icav move up to the high ground and drop in through Main Street. So now watch for the swing here from Gambit, see what they can do with that. They've corralled the area's defense. But can they get any kills on the back of it? JesperSwag's able to fend off Szatan. It's not looking likely. As icav lands the shot, JesperSwag emerges. And PoroPlays is also watching the timer. Team Gambit successfully execute the first leg of that engagement, but they're not able to do anything with the corralled areas. Let's say I saw him trying to scout this. Knocks JesperSwag out of the window. Oh, they just fly right into Poro, grab the kill while Lars slams down Szatan and batters through your back line. The King's row pick seemingly going in Ereus' favor. We will get a touch here from Akku. There's just not any ultimates to try to play with. This is a tough choke to try to push through, as we've seen. Now, nothing to work with. Jaynine actually shuts down JesperSwag. Will silence the Tectonic. That is a huge pick. It might just be the opener. Pingu runs forward and is out of LOS of your supports. Pingu goes down. PoroPlays has the ultimate so they can chase teksol. We're fearlessly able to push into house despite getting low on health. But that is a 1 overtime fight of at least 2 needed to get this cap. icav saved by the tidal blast and is able to get a kill on Szatan. So once again, Team Gambit find themselves with a back against the wall. Primal Rage helps take down JesperSwag. Bob is in, but icav is out. Bob will get juggled back away just to make sure they don't have a cheeky angle down that street. Oh, good rock. Oh my, that rock might have just been the end of Poro. Oh, Lars with the rock of the day. And Team Gambit, despite being up in players, suddenly feels like they're kind of having to play around corner, play around this back foot. Szatan has returned onto a Sombra. Look for Pack to get up the rest of this ultimate. This might be the thing to push it over the line. When you could get a team fight winning ultimate here. Gravitic Flux out of Lars. If anything, just a Sig 9. No, you get hacked out of it. No Sig 9 for you. Jaynine falls. As icav lands this shot, this cart dangerously close 3 meters away from an additional 90 seconds on the clock, and we get the sound barrier thrown in. Turn to the corner, PoroPlays is trying to force this team off the point, is able to separate JesperSwag from the pack, but Akitsu is now in play from the defense, and Lars is still here. Lars will be the king raid boss you've got to take down. Punches the Winston away, knocks him off the point with the floaty punch, and Ereus wins. King Lars stands tall, floating above their throne on King's Row. Let's get Ereus that point on the board. I mean, that would have been such a tough fight. We were looking at Gambit needing to finish with time to even, you know, get an attempt. So even if they got cap, finishing Point C Kings in just 90 seconds with time is so difficult. It is unlikely. I mean, Ereus really gave themselves such a strong position with that big Point B hold. The choice to kind of back away and hold on to ultimates to protect the arch, and they protect it for, I mean, the entirety of the time bank, right? I mean, that's really where they want it. So an outstanding attempt there in the final moments out of Team Gambit, but they would have been fighting such an uphill battle for the entirety of the rest of that map. I'm not sure it would have gone their way either way. Team Gambit going to go to New Queen Street, see if they can force a map 5. It'll be a wrecking ball ban. Lars 27-3, making their debut in this series. Finally able to pull off the Zarya, and what a map they had. Look how close Lars, I mean, once again, look how close Lars and icav are. We saw Lars and icav almost, you know, deadlocked damage in elims in round 2. In map 2, rather. But look at 6 damage separating the two. 6. Wild. Time for map 4. Oh, yeah, ban. What's that ban? Let's see. It was Ball and Wuyong banned out. We did. The sides are staying the same, so Team Gambit choosing to stay in the left. Team Gambit did ban out the Wuyongs. They got first ban on this. So it does also serve as a tank protect for Poro and this Hazard, which we saw them using in map 3 as well. They did eventually swap to the Winton, but we have been seeing some Haz. I mean, the Haz was banned out pretty quickly by Ereus in this series. And I think, I mean, you know, if Team Gambit are going to keep their season alive, PoroPlays needs to have an outstanding map 4 here. Once again, you're going up against Lars, and, well, they're not going to bring the Zarya into this one. PoroPlays does end up just yeeted off the side. Despite PoroPlays dying through that fight, we actually have Gambit in control of the bot for now as they try to move up the second leg of the journey, win a second fight here. icav on a Bastion. We are getting the double flex DPS comp here. So you're playing both around the cooldowns of China and icav. China trying to kind of layer in. Now we'll get icav wheels down. See, as China comes out, wheels down in. And they're trying to just rotate out enormous pressure down this straight. Now you're going to throw in a Kitsu on top of all of that. And here comes Ereus. China goes raging, looking for something, but Jaynine keeps them at bay, and Pac is able to build up towards their own Kitsu at the same time. They're going to layer that in, try to counterpunch back. Gambit. Oh! Do lose the Todd, but Jaynine stands tall. Let's go with teksol. teksol's able to get two? teksol just kills both supports? No shot. I should have left you on teksol, Pav. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, that just wins this for Ereus. That's not quite how gambling works, Joe. Sound barrier in from Ereus, but you're already down a player in this fight. Oh, well, teksol's just gonna... Okay. What? teksol is on something right now. Self-scissors to get out. Oh, PoroPlays hunts him down. Lars does use the self-destruct for that extra 700. We'll return to try to hold in the straight here. Oh, and here comes the entirety of Gambit looking at the Diva. Oh, you're denied access to the window. The first one almost did it. Then you got the relocate with the windmill slash, excuse me, whirlwind dash. That was a great move out of Jaynine to get the D-Mech. Oh, but the Sundrake is going to find PoroPlays too.
I've initiated the push.
Yeah, I'm playing off of a delay, and I'm doing, like, this isn't just a co-stream, right? I'm producing, observing, casting. I don't have time for that nuanced of parades. We're not just, like, sitting here watching. We're going to keep it to just map winner. I also don't feel like we see near the same level of mismatches. Gambit with some important picture to try to prevent the cap. icav. Artillery strikes just seemingly pretty explosions across the map. The kill feed lights up blue, and it's actually accurate this time. Yes, Bastion is absolutely a flex DPS. Bastion is absolutely a flex DPS. Absolutely. You don't control lanes like a hit scan. You play around your cooldowns. So Bastion is absolutely a flex DPS. It is not a standard hit scan. It is not. You do not have the same goal. You do not play the same way as a hit scan. You're not playing around guns as much. You're playing around cooldowns. Bastion is a flex DPS. By that, that's like, to me, that is a very clear definition. Hit scans have a very clear role. And whether you're playing flanker or front to back like a Deta or Bastion, you're playing around your cooldowns as a flex DPS. It doesn't matter if you're Tracer, Genji, right? You think any of them. You think about your flex DPS that you're playing, rotating around your cooldowns. If you're playing for your hit scan, you're rotating around your gun. You're rotating around your primary fire to control lanes and secure kills. Typically at range, I mean, from medium to long range. Cassidy is a medium range hit scan. Now again, we're talking about roll, not damage type. Talking about roll. We're talking about rolls in Overwatch, not damage type. Pac's going to use a Kitsune Rush, and we're going to get Gambit here with first cap. PoroPlays has made a smart swap to the Diva over the past couple minutes. Last couple minutes. Oh no! No! Wait! Shoot! Sorry, my recording stopped. An important Overwatch sportsbook. We do not need to promote more gambling. Gambling is not good for you. All right, I know it's fun in small doses and stuff. Gambling is really not good for you. I mean, just the sheer fact that I'm doing Preds auto delay, I think is a little bit of a feat. Oh, that is fish in a barrel for icav. Don't go leap up in a line like that for that OC. My goodness. Max value. PoroPlays will get demaxed after just eating in a gargantuan amount of damage.
Steady. We're almost there. Robot needs exfil. Let's stick with it.
Oh, the OC invested. But Gambit still can't quite get in there to touch. It's a bit of a mistake here. We're going to go ahead and get Sundering as well as B to try to win this out. Pingu responds with their own sound barrier. PoroPlays is demaxed here. Oh, and is able to get back in mech. A bit of a back and forth left on this point. And Team Gambit end up winning this out. Despite C9ing the bot a little bit, they don't give up the lead. They protect that by a precious 166 centimeters. This is a lower bracket match, yes. And not only does the loser go home, but they have to play in the LC2 qualifiers to earn their spot back for Master Division. The winner of this match guaranteed a spot in Master Division for Season 8. Crisscross, applesauce, Kitsune Rush, throw it over to Queen Street. This enables Team Gambit to just hold the line. So a bit of a rotation. Ereus trying to push in back towards main. We're pretty much in an initial here for both sides. Trying to rotating in, looking for control of the high ground. Poro's able to surge forward with the one ultimate. Can get aggressive, finds Pingu. Lars low as well. Demacked inside of Mega. This is looking like another Gambit fight win. Oh, no, and I'm sorry. Gambit did not now take their lead back. Excuse me, I misspoke earlier. Ereus took the lead by a precious 166 centimeters. Gambit now take it back. Forgive me, I misspoke earlier. What are we looking at? We're looking at Akku with a faster beat. OCs are pretty much even here. As are Sundering Blades. Both are big space control ultimates. PoroPlays demacked early in this fight, though. Oh, and Akku goes down. No, you needed that beat advantage. You needed that. Ereus will win this out. And we're on a knife's edge here with 12 seconds to go into Queen Street. In your lower bracket round 1. Final fight potentially for the map, for the series, right here, right now. China opens up with the Sundering that forces the disengage, but a nice disengage. We are going to get the sound barrier online a little bit ahead of Pingu on the other side. Szatan opens up with an overclock to try to save Team Gambit season, force this map fine. icav responds, and Jaynine gets the kill. Will shut down the OC, goes slicing in, has China with the whirlwind. Pingu lands the sound barrier, but there's only 3 players left. Gambit has got this. They're going to force this map 5. Teksol down. We're going the distance here in your lower bracket. a blank screen. Don't get blank screen. We're going to Shambali Monastery here for map 5. What a map. Sorry, I was just like, I'll blow it away. I'll blow it away. We've already banned out the Vendetta. Ereus with a huge map pick here. They can choose between any game type they want. I mean, this is an enormously powerful map pick. It's going to be a Lucio ban. Okay. Okay. You're going to force the Wuyong mirror here with that ban. Interesting. I'm going to give you some stats for map 4. I'm going to go get my tea. I need a pot of tea for this final map. Remember, we had the Wuyong banned out by Ereus in that last map. So attacking main support is such an interesting way to go to try to control and carve the battlefield to your liking. Let me get that point on the board for Gambit there and pour my pot of tea. I just got to go pour it real quick. I'll be right back. Winner of this map moves on to lower bracket quarterfinals and secures a spot in Master Division for Season 8. Loser of this map goes home. Has to play in qualifiers to earn their Master Division slot back. Team Gambit is targeting icav. I mean, hold on to this ban as well. I mean, icav notoriously, kind of favoring the cast. We saw them use it to great effect, like on Dorado, where you might normally see an Ashe or a Sojourn or a Freya. icav is using that Cassidy to great effect, so ends up feeling like a pretty impactful ban out of Gambit here. See if they can upset the number 2 seed and send them packing 0-2 out of playoffs. Unreal. Unreal. Let's get into it. Couldn't ask for a more important map of Overwatch. Let's go. It's map 5. Triple map 5s? Holy crap. Yeah, I knew every match today was going to be a banger. I knew this whole bracket was going to be insanely competitive. Szatan pulls out the Freya. We're going to get behind the Hazard defensive team Gambit. Teksol attempts just a couple of 5 orbs, like a 5 orb shot out of spawn we've been seeing here lately. I have yet to see it work, but it's a clever move. We are going to get the Wuyong carry out of both sides with the Lucio banned out. In response to the Cassidy ban, we are going to get icav in the Sojourn versus Zatan's Freya. Dueling it out here early. Nice red X shot. Puts Szatan below 100 health. We'll throw a disruptor shot, and Zatan's forced to back away. Caught as they try to do so. icav finds first blood. PoroPlays already in an awkward spot here deep. Trying to see if they can hunt down JesperSwag. PoroPlays is now down means Jaynine is, yeah, you're kind of the tank of the situation after all that. And the rest of the defense is just kind of left up here. Oh, Teksol's going to go hunting. So you end up with a pretty nasty stagger there onto Akku. Akku not quite back yet. PoroPlays dropping it onto the point. He's going to try to leap back into the house. Who's going to touch and run out into the middle of this Kitsune rush to do so? 5 alive. It is up to PoroPlays. The final last second, they're able to get the contest. Jaynine comes up with a kill in the midst of this Kitsune rush out of the defense. Teksol has responded. Jaynine goes swinging in, gets the title blast. The overhead slice, trying to get it through Suzu. Title blast, everything. Just trying to keep Teksol alive, and they still can't do it. Unfortunately, PoroPlays dies on the front line, and Ereus get the cap. Unfortunately for the Team Gambit defense, that is. I was kind of, talking about it from their pop on that. JesperSwag and Jaynine throwing in ults. Only the former coming up with picks. That's dominoed into a couple of extras here, and so far, so good. Ereus are looking pretty dominant on this attack. I mean, they just kind of waltz through point B, which typically can be so difficult. But they're able to march through. They've only had 4 deaths so far on this assault. You see Hope in chat saying we prefer Frey over Soj. We do get time making a swap to the Soj a little bit later on. It's a big downpour in from PoroPlays. That was enormous. Thing is, you still had Jesper hide out behind. Almost gets a trade, and that will get a trade onto Szatan in that. Tidal Blast and Kitsu invested here from Ereus. So they try to work their way through the defensive rush. With Akku going down, might have just exactly done so. You've taken the Tidal Blast out of the fight. Really good focus out of Ereus to find Akku through that. PoroPlays will not escape here. Oh, hey, did we adjust Zarya ultimates? I mean, Zarya perks? What are we using the other bubble perk? Interesting. Tidal Blast thrown on Jaynine. They leap out. We'll get the stun in, but the Suzu will keep icav alive, at least for now. And that was before Akku got into the mix. Szatan drops a 2-piece here with the OC. So with less than a meter to go, once again, Team Gambit holds the line. I feel like they're so good at this. They're so good at their timing, knowing exactly when they can contest and really min-maxing the amount of reinforcements they can throw at a point in a desperate situation. Incredible stuff to get that hold. JesperSwag fights for control of that right-hand side. Jaynine wants it back, but Szatan's already lost the hit scan battle. Lars with the grab, able to catch your tank. PoroPlays trying to help survive with the jagged wall. Throws in a downpour. He's able to catch Lars. Lars is the one who ends up falling after the exchange of tank ultimates. PoroPlays with a bit of MTD in that exchange. Oh, and a beautiful spiked wall to kidnap icav. What good work out of the supports to make sure icav doesn't get stalled out late in that fight. But now you're pushing back in with no Suzu. Okay, that will come back here rather quickly. Defense with slight edge. Do we see them try to engage first? No, looks like defense is going to be happy to hold. Oh, no. Suzu is late. They sensed the shot coming in, but it was just too late. Akku will get stunned and just double tapped back into spawn. Teksol once again lining up the kill fade. Ereus seems to have this thing under control. It's a defensive Kitsu in desperation. But Ereus will cap with 1:16 left in the time bank.
Score 0-3. Switching sides.
Only 4 deaths for Ereus going into point C. And had to fight a little bit harder for the final objective, but still looking fairly overwhelming stat-wise. Teksol's just been such a monster. 11-3. They're out of the back line. Pack actually leading in damage, but it's, I mean, Teksol and Pingu both with 11 A-limbs each. Just incredible. So how much they're getting involved in those kills. We'll see. Both teams stick with the Sojourn. Coming in, as you can see. So looking at the question of what would make you prefer the Freya here. It might just be just high ground or the burst damage. I mean, you still put out an enormous amount of burst damage with the take aim bolts. Right, without the need to, you know, charge up a rail. Which can be tough in this composition, but... yeah, I mean, I guess compared to a brawl comp. I mean, clearly, icav and Szatan are both so good, they'd have no problems really charging rail. This fight, that door becomes so important in the Vendetta meta. You just get in there so quick. And if that Vendetta gets entrenched, I mean, Jaynine will just start destroying your backline. So the fight for that door does become very important. Lars is eventually swinging down here. We're going to have a couple of support ults available. Pack, the first of them, online. And that Kitsu will get Team Gambit up to the corner. Here comes the response as teksol tries to slingshot Ereus back into this, and JesperSwag secures the kill on the Szatan. Akku also used their Tidal Blast. I did not hear the Tidal Blast. May have gone on to Szatan to try to save them. I don't know if it was late. Quartz to expert stage 2. Of course. 2 minutes to go here for Team Gambit. Find an answer. Both your support ultimates fall flat on that one. Pingu still holding on to a Tidal Blast. Which, I mean, with throwing out a JesperSwag could just be fight winning. Lars getting very aggressive here as well. Okay, Jaynine swung all the way to the right-hand side for this fight. Will not find anything with the Sundering. icav slides out, avoiding the sword of Jaynine, responds alongside Pingu for the kill. PoroPlays just going to reset. Here's Ereus win yet another fight. Minute 20 left on the clock. Ereus were able to full hold on Shambali Monastery the last time these two teams met. And when Ereus won a map 5 against Team Gambit a mere 8 days ago. Gambit already bucked the trend by taking a win on Dorado, the map they lost in that series. Map they got full hell on in that series. But with less than a minute to go, it's looking like history might repeat itself here on Shambali Monastery. JesperSwag with another opening pick, playing well behind the back line. Team Gambit just seem to have no choice but to try to point their guns forward, see if they can come up with something. They find teksol and icav. Now they turn to deal with the JesperSwag, but we've got a 3v3 on point. Lars moves in, trades, Jaynine down. It's just PoroPlays and Szatan left on the objective. They're going to run out the two supports from Ereus. Szatan turns the corner with an OC, denies our touch out of icav. Will not let them get back on this point. And Gambit extended out. They've already improved on their last week's performance. You got a point on the board. Simultaneous Kitsus right around this interesting corner. That's a grab in from Lars. The Tidal Blast won't be enough to keep Poro alive. Throw it. What is going on behind me? Ereus win the fight on both fronts, though they only have 2 players remaining when it's all said and done. That's a JesperSwag Tidal Blast. They're leaping into the backline. Okay. So a kill there could just win the fight, but a good bubble from PoroPlays. They're able to deny the stun. JesperSwag goes back up, regroups. It's Team's Gambit time to shine. Jaynine clearing the window, presumably from icav. Whirlwind dash up to the front line. Overhead lands onto Lars. They might have bubbled that, backed away. JesperSwag playing out of window, hiding here. 93% to ultimate, but it's going to be icav who pops it first. Team Gambit just have no ultimates all line, no response, no answer. And that gorgeous shot from icav will send Team Gambit just back to the drawing board. As I say that, PoroPlays says, hey, I've got a nice little ultimate here. Grab for 4. There's not enough players left. Sztan's not in this fight. You don't have the hit scan. You don't have the punching power. You don't have the piercing power. Still, Jaynine's going to swing in. Whirlwind dash, you're able to claim 1, but it feels desperate and broken. And Ereus eventually do stabilize. Kind of blast to the high ground. Not able to find a stomach, you clear the point. Are you on point enough to get the OT? You are not! You are not! And that is how Team Gambit season will end. Ereus will win this map 5. Oh, I thought for sure we were gonna get another team fight. I thought for sure we were getting another team fight. I was prepared for it. I was prepared for it. My goodness. Alas, it was not meant to be. Ereus hang on. Once again, win a map 5 thriller over Team Gambit for the 2nd time in 8 days. And save their season. Secure a spot in Master Division for Season 8. A dominant performance. I mean, they kind of had Shambali in their back pocket, it felt like, for this emergency pick. icav 35-8 there in that one. And Lars 31-5. I think iCav's got to be your player of the match here today. Just a consistent tour de force. As always, I mean, definitely one of your hot next up heat scans out of EMEA to keep an eye on here throughout 2026. Could definitely land in OWCS, if not with just Ereus themselves. Continuing to improve. We'll see what happens, you know, with new meta, new heroes, and all this stuff going on, right? But icav and Ereus in particular, I mean, they just have so much potential behind this squad. I said that backwards, but Ereus, icav in particular, Lars as well. They have such a bright future ahead of them. They're keeping their season alive here. They keep their playoff hopes alive here, and an opportunity to fight their way into top 4. Let's go. Refresh your bracket. How did everybody else's? Oh, Mew3 takes the 3-2 over SRP check. Jaeger and Starbits is still going. GG's. GG's all around.